Everybody loves birds, that's just a fact of life, but not everyone loves Zephyr because she's been shit for a long time. But with her recent rework and Prime Access, she's become just a little bit better. Hello everyone, and welcome to The Worst Guide. I'm your host, Sir Peggles of the Hidden Leaf Village, and this time we're looking at Zephyr. The bird lady thing. Zephyr's passive is lightweight. Zephyr falls slower and has a little bit more control over her aerial mobility. This takes a little getting used to, but it can help you get to some places you normally can't. Most of the time it's pretty useless, but it's noticeable, so... Zephyr's one is Tailwind. You fly really fast in any direction. If you hit an enemy, it does some damage. Holding one will charge Tailwind, which will shoot Zephyr straight up in the air, which is good about never. Pointing at the ground while Zephyr's in the air will dive bomb the ground, causing shockwaves that deal damage and knock over enemies. Tailwind also costs less if used in the air. Tailwind is nice for getting around some big areas, especially the plains, but you're never going to use it for the damage in the other two modes. If you insist on using Tailwind offensively, here's Target Fixation. This increases Tailwind's damage by 50% for each enemy hit as long as you don't touch the ground. This might be decent for clearing out large groups, but there are way better ways to be doing that. Air Burst shoots 3 air things forward. When they hit something, they explode, deal OK damage, and ragdoll nearby enemies. This is Zephyr's most underrated ability. It's no Rhino Stomp, but it provides enough CC to let you recast your 3, which, spoiler alert, you always want to be doing. Turbulence deflects any and all enemy projectiles away from Zephyr, effectively making her and anyone within her range immune to most of the things. Explosions and melee attacks still hurt a lot though. Putting it simply, if this isn't active, it fucking should be. Just throw down an airburst whenever it's about to turn off and then mash 3! Jetstream makes you and all allies within Turbulence's range go really fast. Movement speed is okay and probably not worth a mod slot, but if you're running any projectile weapon, a bow, the sonic ore, or especially the Archiplasmor, they'll be able to shoot from here to the end of my dick, and that's really, really far. Zephyr spawns 4 tornadoes that zoop around and pick up enemies. Shooting a tornado will deal that weapon's damage to all enemies in it, which is super good. If you aim down sights, the nearest tornado will attempt to move in front of you. Hitting them with your 2 makes them slightly taller for some reason. Tornado is fine as a CC tool, but most of the time you're going to be using it for dealing with huge groups, which it does do pretty well. Funnel Cloud spawns 8 additional tornadoes, which would be fantastic, but they don't pick up enemies, so it kind of defeats the purpose of the whole thing. I think this is really awful, but people yell at me and say it's good, so if you feel like using it, go and try it. Maybe I'm just too fucking stupid, I don't know. Wield. It's really hard to pronounce build in a funny way. Augments. Meh. Fun to build around. Stupid, stupidest thing I've ever standing in a dumb with a bowl of spaghetti. Duration is the most importantest because, you know, being invincible is cool. After that, efficiency, I guess? Maybe some tank stats? You can really just do anything. Zephyr's pretty well-rounded and doesn't need any specific setup outside of your 3. And that's how you become one with our flying feathered friends. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe and share it with your flying feathered friends. Just remember, if you ever have the opportunity, the second bird will take the stone just as well.